Let's go back to our slides real quick. I want to go back to some tips and tricks. So the first thing is that the first thing to make your application adapted for the cloud is to hide the cloud from your users. So providing a transparent experience is extremely good, because the users don't really want to manage an application that he has to understand where the storage system is, how to provision the machines, and how to essentially pay their bills. So I think that would be something that makes it much easier. Essentially, somebody goes to a portal, run the simulation, get their results back, or somebody runs an application on your desktop, select cloud as a resource, run the application, gets the results back. So that would be the ideal type of application for the cloud for big compute. And for the second tip is that minimizing your data transfer from on-premise and the cloud would be essential, because the bandwidth is always going to be very much limited. But luckily, our networking has gotten so much better these days. Even from home, I can transfer 500 megabytes of data to the cloud within 10-20 minutes. But at the same time, it's not going to be as fast. Essentially, keeping all your data in the cloud is the best practice. And then for CPU-intensive jobs, it's probably the most economical thing to run on Windows Azure, or any other cloud providers. And finally, be creative and really focusing on what you can do on the cloud today, rather than what you cannot do. So, for example, I currently don't necessarily have the 120 gig RAM machines up and running, but I can design applications for that now, and we'll have that in a couple of months. So currently, you can use the current cloud resources to design your application, and then simply reprovision and utilize these larger machines when you need them. And I also have some resources that you can go to. So I have a blog, which is blogs.msdn.com, HPC Tracker, which explains a lot of things regarding to HPC and also HPC big compute and also big data. And we will, and I will be updating it as more services become available. And also, I had an old paper which talks about application models and data considerations. Essentially, shows you how to manage the data properly, how to synchronize them properly, how to be very efficient, and how to manage your data resources. So that's a good paper to read. And I think we will be making these slides available for you. And also, there is the latest version of Windows HPC Pack, which you can download from download.microsoft.com. And you can install it on your server. It's absolutely free. It used to be an actual paid product. Now it is absolutely free. And also, you may need to add some cloud resources, meaning Azure resources. Now we provide a free trial, and you will need a credit card, but there is a specific button that until you actually say, charge us, nobody, your credit card will never be charged until you specifically say that you want to use more resources. And also, I have some Azure Burst samples, which you can play with, and you can try that specific link. And of course, if you implement your big compute solution, please do let us know. The interesting thing is that big compute turns out to be the largest consumer as a single type of application on many cloud services. So because this is easy to run, and it's much easier to be able to deploy and port to the cloud. So not as difficult as in line of business type of application. So there's a lot of people that are currently using cloud resources of big compute. So there's opportunities for you for consulting, and there's also opportunities for people who have these big compute codes to be able to save money. And thank you very much for paying attention to the webcast, and also and I'm ready to answer questions.